Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, January 7th. And if you can see the headlines, we expect snow and freezing rain this morning, especially from areas north of Lansing. And some areas could see some school delays. Right now, I think that conditions will improve, that with a delay, they would probably have good roads on the way home. But right now, I haven't seen a whole lot in the way of delays. I expect most of those to be around the M46 area off to the north, where maybe more of an ice accumulation could occur. And in those areas across central Michigan, we can see winds 35, 40 miles an hour. So if we do manage to accumulate some ice on the trees, we could certainly have some scattered power outages as well. You can see yesterday we had a nice day for most of the day, and then the clouds did begin to increase here later on in the day. Our normal high for the day is 27, the normal low is 13. You can see on this date 5 years ago we had a record low of 10.7 degrees below zero. And as far as yesterday though, our high was 36, the low was 29, so a pretty close temperature contrast with some breezy conditions. And we had no precipitation since midnight, just a trace of precipitation in the form of snow and maybe some sleet. And again, not a whole lot in the rain gauge. And so far for the month of January, again, we're off to a pretty warm start, and we expect to have about 4 days of cold temperatures this week. Once we get past tomorrow morning, I think conditions will cool down into the 20s for highs and lows in the teens, so it'll feel more like winter. But I think we got one more surge of warm air that'll come in for next week, and then beyond that, I think is when we could hit some real serious winter cold and maybe some stormy conditions. But again, that's probably around between the 15th and the 20th as it looks now, so about 5-10 days later than what I thought it would occur. But the cold air is definitely coming, so don't give up on winter just yet. And there's going to be a lot of snow across the UP in northern lower Michigan over the next 72 hours, about 6 to 12 inches of snow in fact. Our sunrise this morning at 8:10, it'll set tonight at 5:18. You can see our winter weather advisories across much of the northwestern portions of the MAC and LAC area up into northern lower Michigan, where they have winter storm warnings for some heavy snow. And again, temperatures this morning pretty uniform in the upper 20s to low 30s. The exception where the precipitation and the clouds haven't gotten in quite so quick. Temperatures drop down into the mid 20s over in the thumb area. And if we look at satellite view this morning, you can see the area of precipitation across much of lower Michigan extending back to the southwest. Eventually a cold front will come through the area, but out ahead of this a warm wedge of air moving in, and that'll change the frozen precipitation across central and southern lower Michigan into just some rain here for this afternoon. So again, any slippery roads out there across central and southern lower Michigan will rapidly improve once we get to late morning or into the early afternoon, but it could be some slippery travel here over the next 4, 5, 6 hours anyway. And if we look at the radar this morning, you can see the area of snow, some pretty decent bands showing up from around the Lakeview area down towards Lansing. And again, moving off to the northeast, and that wedge of warm air again will eventually dry us out as we get in the dry slot and warm us up. Temperatures climb up into the upper 30s to low 40s, maybe mid to upper 40s in southern lower Michigan. And again, a new band of rain will move through the area this afternoon, so it'll be quite wet out there. And then it'll into some snow showers and mix in. And then another low pressure system, a wave, will drop down, and that'll give us some more snow showers on Tuesday. On this morning's weather map, you can see the first system. Again, it's going to be moving off to the east-northeast. That'll push the warm air in, the freezing rain, and heavy snow off to the north. Again, that'll eventually move off to the northeast, and we'll watch this next system drop in right behind it for tomorrow. And that'll bring a little less moisture to work with, but nonetheless, I think we'll see any rain showers will change over to snow showers, maybe a dusting to an inch across the area as we get into the afternoon and evening hours, but no big deal. As far as precipitation, over the next 7 days, you can see for much of the MAC and LAC areas, around 1/4 to 1/2 to maybe 1/2 to 3/4 in some areas. And you can notice the areas where we expect a lot of snow, a lot of heavy snow in the eastern UP. Again, some areas there could get 1.5 feet of snow, but you can see downwind of Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, and to a degree Lake Huron. You can see the lake effect snow bands will begin to dump a lot of snow near the lakeshore areas. As far as how much snowfall, again, maybe an inch or two here over the next 3 days, with heavy snows up to 1 foot or more of snow over a large portion of the UP. So again, if you want to do some winter weather out activities, snowmobiling, skiing, again, northwest lower Michigan, and especially into the UP is a place where you want to head to. as far as the forecast goes today, you can see that snow and ice will change over to rain as we climb into the low 40s. But then we'll see our temperatures fall pretty good right on through the week, with temperatures for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday only in the mid to upper 20s, lows dropping down into the teens, and maybe a snow system on Friday with warm air advection. And again, that could bring us several inches of snow. Some we'll have to keep an eye on. Right now, we'll say an inch or two, but because we're not sure on the amount of moisture that we're going to have to work with this system. But that one might be worth keeping an eye on. That could whiten up the ground as we get to the end of the week. And again, I think beyond that, we may warm up once again. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, a great work week, and 73s to all.